The first day of a cruise should feel exciting. You step on board, you see the ship, you smell the ocean air, and for about 30 seconds, you feel like the most relaxed person alive. Then suddenly, you are dragging a carry on through a packed buffet, sweating in the wrong clothes. Your phone is secretly trying to bankrupt you, and someone in your group says, "Where's my suitcase?" Welcome aboard. The first 24 hours of a cruise can be brilliant, but they can also go wrong very fast if you make the same mistakes a lot of passengers make on day one. And the annoying part is, most of these mistakes do not look like big mistakes at the time. They look normal, they look harmless, they look like, oh, we'll sort that out later. But on a cruise ship, later can turn into a long line, a sold out booking, a cabin problem, a roaming bill, or the sad realization that your swimsuit is currently somewhere in a suitcase being pushed down a hallway by a very busy crew member. So, today we're going through 5 cruise mistakes that can wreck your first day on board, and more importantly, how to avoid them so your cruise starts calm, smart, and actually feels like a holiday. And make sure you stay for number 5 because it is the one that can save you from spending your first evening standing in the guest services line while everyone else is already at dinner. Number 1, going straight to the buffet like everyone else. This is probably the most common first day cruise mistake, and honestly, it is hard to blame people for it. You have traveled to the port, you have checked in, you have gone through security, you have smiled for the boarding photo, even though you may have looked like someone who had been dragged through an airport by their suitcase. And then finally, you step onto the ship. At that moment, your brain only wants one thing: food. And what does almost everyone do? They go straight to the buffet. It feels like the obvious choice. It is big, it is open, and everyone else seems to be heading that way. So you just follow the crowd. But that is exactly the problem. On embarkation day, the buffet can turn into the first big crowd of the cruise. You have passengers walking around with carry on bags, families trying to find tables, people stopping in the middle of the walkway, kids asking for pizza, adults hunting for coffee, and everyone trying to start their holiday at the exact same time. It can feel less like a relaxing cruise lunch and more like a shopping center food court during school holidays, except now everyone is carrying sunscreen and cruise documents. And the worst part is, this can set the mood for your whole first day. You board excited, then suddenly you are stressed, hot, hungry, and circling the buffet with a plate in your hand like you're trying to find parking at Christmas. Not exactly the calm start you imagined. Seasoned cruisers know this little trick. The buffet is not always your only option. Before you follow the crowd, check the cruise app, the daily planner, or ask a crew member what else is open for lunch. Some ships have the main dining room open on embarkation day. Some have a cafe, grill, pizza spot, poolside venue, pub style restaurant, or another included place that is much quieter. And sometimes, while half the ship is fighting for a buffet table, you can be sitting down somewhere calmer, eating lunch like a civilized person instead of guarding a chair with your handbag. Now, this does not mean the buffet is bad. If you love the buffet and it is not too crowded, go and enjoy it. But do not assume you have to start your cruise there just because everyone else is doing it. That is the mistake. Your first meal on board should feel like the start of a holiday, not a test of patience. So when you board, pause for a moment before joining the herd. Check what else is open, because one small decision can turn your first hour on board from crowded and chaotic into calm, easy, and much more enjoyable. Before we continue, if you love cruising or you have been thinking about going on one, please give this video a like. It really helps the channel, and it also lets me know you want more simple cruise tips that can save you stress before your next trip. Now, the buffet can make your first day feel chaotic, but the next mistake can leave you stuck before your cruise has even properly started, because your suitcase might be on the ship, but that does not mean you are going to see it anytime soon. Number 2, packing your first day essentials in your checked suitcase. This mistake catches so many people because it feels like normal travel thinking. You pack your big suitcase, you hand it over, you think, great, I'll see that in my cabin soon. And sometimes you do. But sometimes your suitcase takes hours to arrive. That does not mean anything is wrong. It is just what happens when thousands of bags are being loaded, sorted, scanned, moved, and delivered around a huge ship. The problem is, a lot of passengers pack as if their suitcase is going to magically appear the second they step on board. Then they get to the cabin and realize their swimsuit is in the checked bag. Their sunscreen is in the checked bag. Their medication is in the checked bag. Their phone charger is in the checked bag. Their nicer dinner outfit is in the checked bag. And now their first day is not really starting. It is waiting, waiting for the suitcase, waiting to swim, waiting to change, waiting to relax, waiting while everyone else is already by the pool, looking like they understood the assignment. This is why your carry on bag is not just a bag. On embarkation day, your carry on is your survival kit. You want it to have everything you might need for the first few hours on board just in case your main luggage does not arrive until later. That means medication, travel documents, cruise cards or boarding paperwork, phone charger, power bank, sunglasses, hat, sunscreen, swimmers, a change of clothes, and anything important you would not want to be without. And if you are traveling with kids, add the things that will stop the first day turning into a tiny emotional disaster. Snacks, if allowed, something to keep them busy, swimmers, spare clothes, and anything they absolutely need. Because there is nothing quite like starting a relaxing holiday by saying, oh no, that's in the suitcase every 10 minutes. And please, never put important medication or travel documents in your checked luggage. Those should stay with you, always. A delayed suitcase is annoying. A delayed suitcase with your medication, passport, or important paperwork inside it is a much bigger problem. The goal is simple: board the ship ready to enjoy the first day, even if your suitcase is taking the scenic route to your cabin. That way, when everyone else is sitting around waiting for luggage, you can already be changed, relaxed, and doing something that actually feels like a holiday. Number three, leaving your phone ready to roam at sea. This mistake can wreck your first day in a very different way because the buffet might waste your time. The suitcase mistake might annoy you. But your phone can quietly sit in your pocket and start causing expensive trouble without you even noticing. When the ship is still near land, your phone may connect like normal. You might send a message, check Facebook, upload a photo, or tell everyone, we're finally on board, all good. But once the ship leaves port and gets far enough away from regular mobile towers, your phone can start connecting through the ship's maritime network or satellite roaming. And that is where people can get caught because it does not always feel like you were doing anything dramatic. You might just be sending a few photos or checking emails or letting apps update in the background or watching one little video because apparently your phone thinks the middle of the ocean is the perfect time to use data like it has no bills to pay. Then later you get a nasty surprise: roaming charges, data charges, a phone bill that makes you stare at the screen like it has personally betrayed you. And that is not the kind of souvenir anyone wants from a cruise. The safe habit is simple: before the ship sails away, put your phone on airplane mode. Then, if you need internet, connect only through the ship's Wi Fi package or the cruise app instructions. And do not just turn off mobile data and hope for the best. Airplane mode is the cleaner, safer option because it stops your phone from trying to connect to mobile networks while you are at sea. You can usually turn Wi Fi back on after airplane mode is on, so you can still use the ship's Wi Fi if you bought a package, or use the cruise line app if it works that way. Also, do this for everyone in your group because it is no good if you are careful, but someone else has their phone happily roaming in their pocket while they are taking photos of the sunset. And if you are traveling with kids or grandkids, check their devices too: phones, tablets, and smartwatches, anything that can connect. The first day of a cruise is exciting, and it is natural to want to take photos and share everything. But protect yourself before the ship gets too far from shore, because nothing wrecks the holiday mood quite like standing on deck, watching a beautiful sail away while your phone is in your pocket trying to turn one sunset photo into a financial event. Number four, wearing the wrong thing when you board. This one sounds small, but it can make your first day feel uncomfortable very quickly. A lot of people dress for the journey to the ship, not for the first few hours on the ship. And that makes sense. You might be coming from a plane, a hotel, a taxi, a shuttle, or a long car ride. You might be thinking about getting through check in, handling luggage, keeping documents together, and just getting on board without losing your mind or your reading glasses. But once you board, the situation changes. You are not just traveling anymore, you are on the ship. And depending on the weather, the port, and the ship, you might suddenly be walking around in heavy jeans, tight shoes, a thick jacket, uncomfortable travel clothes, or something that seemed fine at 7 in the morning, but now feels like a personal punishment. And remember, your cabin may not be ready yet. Your suitcase may not arrive for hours. So if you board wearing something uncomfortable, you may be stuck in it longer than you expected. That can wreck the mood fast. You want to explore the ship, but your shoes are rubbing. You want to sit outside, but you're too hot. You want to take a nice first day photo, but you look like you have just survived a budget airline and a baggage claim battle. You want to relax, but your outfit is saying, no, today we suffer. The trick is to dress for the first day on board, not just the trip to the port. Wear something comfortable, breathable, and easy to move around in. Wear shoes you can actually walk in because you may do more walking than you expect on embarkation day. Big cruise ships are not small little boats where everything is around the corner. Sometimes finding your cabin, lunch, the pool deck, the muster station, and the right elevator feels like you have accidentally entered a shopping center that floats. And if you want to swim early, either wear your swimmers under your clothes or keep them in your carry-on. If you want to take first day photos, wear something you feel good in. If you get cold easily inside air conditioned areas, bring a light layer. And if you are traveling from a cold place, to a hot port, do not board dressed like you are still waiting for winter to apologize. This is not about dressing fancy. It is about being comfortable enough to actually enjoy those first few hours. Because the first day of a cruise already has enough going on. You are learning the ship, finding your cabin, checking the app, sorting food, waiting for luggage, and trying to remember where you put your cruise card. You do not need to add sore feet, sweaty clothes, or an outfit you regret before the ship has even left port. So before you leave for the terminal, ask yourself one simple question. Would I still be happy wearing this for the next 5 or 6 hours? If the answer is no, change before you board. Your future cruise self will thank you. Number 5, waiting too long to fix the first day problems. This is the mistake that can turn a small problem into a first day headache. Because on embarkation day, a lot of people board the ship and think, I'll deal with that later. The cabin feels too hot. I'll see if it gets better. The bed is set up wrong. I'll ask later. The safe will not work. I'll try again later. The toilet is making a strange noise. Maybe that is just what cruise toilets do. Your onboard credit is missing. Your dining time looks wrong. Your package has not appeared. Or something you booked is not showing in the app. I'll sort it out after dinner. And sometimes, yes, it is fine. But sometimes, later, is when half the ship has discovered their own little problems too. And suddenly, guest services has a line that looks like everyone on board has gathered to complain about the same printer. This is why the first day is not just about relaxing. It is also about doing a quick check before small issues become bigger, slower, and more annoying to fix. As soon as your cabin is ready, have a proper look around before you fully unpack. Check the bed setup. Check the air conditioning. Check the bathroom. Check that the toilet flushes properly. Check the safe. Check the balcony door if you have one. Check the lights, power points, fridge if your cabin has one, and anything that matters to you. You do not have to inspect the room like you are buying the ship. Just make sure the basics are working, because it is much easier to report a problem early than to discover it at 10 o'clock at night when you are tired, unpacked, in your pajamas, and suddenly realizing the cabin is hotter than a laundry cupboard. Also, check your bookings early. Open the cruise app or look at your paperwork and make sure the important things are there. Dining time, excursions, drink package, internet package, specialty dining, show reservations, onboard credit, anything you paid for or planned around. If something looks wrong, you want to know early. Not when you're standing outside a restaurant being told your booking is not there while your stomach is already writing a complaint letter. And if there are popular shows, dining times, spa appointments, activities, or excursions you still need to book, do not leave it too long. The best times can disappear fast, especially on a full ship. That does not mean you need to turn your cruise into a military operation. You are still on holiday. But those first few hours are the best time to get the boring little checks out of the way. Fix what needs fixing, book what needs booking, ask what needs asking. Then you can relax properly because you know the important things are sorted. The big mistake is waiting until the ship is busier, the lines are longer, and everyone else has finally realized they also need help. So give your cabin, your app, and your bookings a quick first day check. It might only take 10 minutes, but it could save you from spending your first evening in a line, holding your cruise card, trying to explain a problem that would have been much easier to fix before the whole ship showed up.